10th of June 2024. You're most welcome to the Nilecast on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have more of what's happening in the headlines. In the headlines tonight, 3,000 students passed out a patriotism training course. West Nile is sensitized to embrace water sanitation and hygiene. And in sports, Spider Black Angels Soccer Club defeats Young Elephant Soccer Club 3-0 in a friendly game in Barokoro Stadium. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. A very warm welcome, viewer, to the Nilecast on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Madi Culture and Development Institute has renewed their constitution for the chief structure in order to conduct elections for the paramount chief and its cabinets. Take a look.
Madi Cultural and Development in Sotia's Macdev, which is comprising of the three Madi sub-region districts, Moyo, Ajuman and Obong, has reviewed the constitution for chief structure. According to the review, head is the election conducted to appoint the paramount chief and his cabinets. While officiating at the function, Honorable Anyama William, the local council 5 Moyo district, highlighted that they had been waiting for the constitution, which has involved the process of drafting, validating and evaluating, hence leading to delays. He, however, said the constitution shall be printed and it will involve transparent electoral process for selecting the paramount chief, and eventually it will be put in the executive and other cabinet members. Victor Bua, chairperson Madi Cultural Development Foundation, said the drafted constitution came after several constitutions with the various chiefs in the region.
So when we came to discuss issues affecting the Madi sub-region, a lot of developmental issues, the establishment of the Madi Cultural Institution was one of the issues discussed. And the meeting, which was also attended by all the chiefs in Moyo, Ponyo and Ajuman, resolved to empower my team of the Macdev executive, the community development officers, and elders representatives from each of the districts. We got 3 representatives to go and review the constitution, consult, and come up with something that will be adopted.
He added that the plan to review the constitution has been long awaited, but it was not possible due to various challenges.
This was a task we were assigned by a meeting of all the leaders of Ajuman, Moyo, and Obongi. We had a meeting in Ajuman, and there has been a process of drafting a constitution for the Madi Cultural Institution, although consensus has not been good and the process took long. Partly because putting in place a constitution requires funding, and also it requires several consultations. So the process took a bit longer because of funding, but I presented this request to the Macdev board and they approved the funding for this activity.
Becca Sakari, the clan chief of Palaro clan, Pakele sub-county, says this is an opportunity for them to organize and come together to sort out their differences as leaders of the sub-region.
Yeah, I'm hopeful and very grateful because as a Madi sub-region, there are 3 districts at the moment. So if we continue sharing, that shows our cooperation, and it will also guide us together. At the moment, the most important thing is for us, the cultural institution, to come together. Once we take our office, it's our responsibility to talk to these political leaders and make sure that we sit down with them and harmonize their differences.
Honorable Tom Waza, the Member of Parliament Moyo, appealed to chiefs to advocate for harmony, peaceful coexistence for betterment of the community. He also emphasizes on the roles to be played by chiefs, saying chiefs are to mobilize community on social, economic and cultural issues regardless of religious, tribal and political affiliation.
They have been missing a lot. The issue here is about understanding, about coexistence, about harmony, about teamwork, about dialogue, and about really working for the social and political and cultural development of the people. But the people they have been bickering, they have been quarreling amongst themselves. And I want to thank the commissioner and his team, the people from MacDev, who have helped to draft the constitution, which has now been unanimously accepted and adopted by the people. Otherwise, the role of chiefs has been overemphasized. Their role is to mobilize the people for social, economic, and cultural development of the people, regardless of tribe, religion, boundary, regardless of anything. They are supposed to be together, they're supposed to unite. Actually, they're supposed to be role models, they're supposed to be mentors. They are the vanguards of development.
Honorable Tom Aza, however, pledges support towards the Constitution if it is ready for implementations.
And this has been very negative. Otherwise, today we are all very excited, we are all very happy. And at the parliamentary level, we shall help them. And once by July, the Constitution is ready, we shall get the copies, we shall get these papers, and make sure we take it to the Ministry of Labor, Gender, Social Development.
It took Mali Cultural Institution over 50 years to establish a paramount chief, and the Cultural Institution of Mali almost failed to have their Lopirigo. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, West Nile Television Nilecast.
Moving on to Moyo District, 3,000 students have been passed out from 5 different schools in Moyo District from the 5 days patriotism training course that in a colorful ceremony which took place at Chelechilia Stadium in Moyo District with the chief guest, Honorable Joyce Moriku Kanduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education. Take a look. On the 8th of June 2024, 3,000 students from the different schools in Moyo District were passed out in a colorful ceremony at Chelechilia Stadium after completion of the 5 days patriotism training with the chief guest, Honorable Dr. Joyce Moriku Kanduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education.
The government of Uganda, under the leadership of His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and on behalf of Mama Janet, who is the leader in the Ministry of Education and Sports, and on behalf of Moyo District Local Government under the leadership of Honorable Williams Anyama, it's now my pleasure, it's my duty and privilege before all these members who are here as witnesses to officially pass and form the patriotic club. We are saying it is time for you to go and serve your nation, for God and my country.
The ceremony included activities like the patriotism foot march, inspection of the guards by the chief guest and security operatives, awarding of certificate and footballs to the head teachers and participating students, speeches from the district leaders, technocrats, and the chief guest, Dr. Joyce Moriku Kanduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education. Neko John Baptist, one of the patriots, in an interview with the press, stated that the patriotism training has taught the students good communication skills that will enable good dialogue with the school administration in order to address issues.
It was starting by safety, so we had a lot of just thank God that we have very good officers. So we started we learned a lot. They love for something. Once you have love for something, there are many people who joke that me, I simply think it's because we didn't have love. But those who develop love, they act for me, we complete it. And here today we're back to love as a gift. It's basically the love that keeps moving. There may be challenges, but the love covers everything. I've told us to love what we own. And by virtue, we own the school and we own Uganda. If you can love Uganda, it means you can love our school as well. So, by reality, it's very difficult to display something you love. So, once we love the school, even if they're not, we can through leaders go to the admin, talk to them, and minimize stress. Ending stress at school is not a one-day thing. It takes things like what it is to do. So if the district invested in us in the 5 days will be enough to teach us that if there's anything, we don't have violence that don't solve anything. Rather, we should look for ways of amicably solving it and getting solutions, resolutions that can make our school be better. Since if you want our country to develop.
Mr. Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner of Moyo District, congratulated the patriots for passing through the 5 days patriotism training course. Mr. Gore Goffin further urged the patriots not to engage in activities that will make them lose their lives at an early age.
It's a great joy for me today when we are passing out these patriots. I want to congratulate you, our patriots, for going through the hectic training in the last 1 week. You sacrificed your nights, you sacrificed your morning hours to train. The training you have attained today has given you knowledge about this country you are in, this country called Uganda. And I'm very glad to inform those who are here that at least these citizens have had a better understanding of this country called Uganda. And our expectations about you is that you will be better citizens who love this country, who understand this country, who will contribute to the development of this country. I want to congratulate you for completing your course. Our Minister, the President is very passionate about the quality of citizens we need to have in this country. There must be citizens who understand the desire and the dream of what Uganda should be. And we are fighting to ensure that every citizen participates in the development of Uganda. And I strongly believe that these students, they are going to take their studies very serious. Every activity that they have, they will positively contribute to the development of Uganda. I want to ask you, our patriots today, desist from behaviors that will make you lose your life very soon. HIV is still around. Please don't live your life recklessly. There is AIDS. I also want to ask you, don't live your life recklessly and join drinking and abuse of drugs. You need your life, you need to be strong to participate in the development of Uganda and Moyo District. I also want to ask you, when you go back to your schools, you go back to your homes, please share the knowledge you have received.
Honorable Dr. Joyce Maruku Kanduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education, appealed to the patriots to walk the journey of transforming the country by being change agents in their households and their community. She further urged the students to use this training as a transformative change agent for the different schools.
I want to appeal to you, the course you have taken today of loving your country, the course you have taken today of defending your country means you are ready to walk the journey of transforming our country. Let's start the transformation in our household. You are our heroes. You are our ambassadors. You are our change agents. We want to see fundamental change in our community, in our household, through you. We want to see the issue of poverty eradication is real. You came from homes, you came from households, you came from families. So we are happy that we have really critical cadre. We have cadres, we have ambassadors who are going to change and transform household, community up to the top level. As you're transforming, as you're agents of change, my dear patriotic club, the goal is in your hands. The beauty is that I am in the Ministry of Education and Sports. I want to see affirmative transformation in our schools because We are patriotic.
The passing out ceremony marks the closure of the 5 days patriotism training for both the school administrators and students in the 5 schools of Moyo district. Okumuringa Christine for West Nile Television, Nilecast. During a training organized by the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technologies, West Nilers have been urged to embrace the concept of water sanitation and hygiene in their daily lives. Take a look.
West Nilers are asked to embrace the concept of water, sanitation and hygiene in their daily life. This message was passed during a training organized by Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology in South-East Coast, a non-government organization based in Canada in collaboration with Uganda Water and Sanitation Network in South-East WASNET. These organizations that perform community works on water, sanitation and hygiene across the country. Therefore, the training attracted coordinators and project officers of the different organizations that deals in water, sanitation and hygiene. Samson Sakara, the Africa Watch advisor from Zambia, says this training will help the participants to get knowledge on the practice of water, sanitation and hygiene. Later, they will disseminate the knowledge to the various communities.
So we are working with the coordinators of the programs from different organizations, the project officers that are dealing in water, hygiene and sanitation from different organizations. What we are advocating for is what kind of water that a person is taking. We are more concerned with the treatment of the water that they are taking. Also the sanitation aspects. Do they have latrines, a basic latrine at home? At least we are also concerned about the hygiene aspect. So these are some of the things that we are talking about.
Sandia Stephen, the Chief Executive Officer for WIPE, says this training is important for organizations that implement water, sanitation and hygiene, and will train VSTs and LC1s in his community about it.
This training is very vital for the organizations that are implementing water sanitation activities both in refugee settlements and in host communities. We have gained a lot of knowledge from the trainings that we are going through, and I know this knowledge that we have got from the training, we shall take it back to the grassroots to give the knowledge back to the community. We shall be able to organize trainings for VHTs and the community leaders, LC1s, RAC1s, to ensure that they also get the knowledge that we have got from this training. We need to give it back to them such that they will be able to change the life of our community.
Amadio Scovia, member of WIPE, similarly says the training has opened their eyes on the concept of water, sanitation and hygiene, and promised to disseminate the message in her village.
This training has really opened our eyes, me especially, that when I go back to the community, what I've learned here to be decentralized to them, that it is very important to always follow the safe water chain so that they don't drink contaminated water, and then encourage them to have latrines constructed and used, latrines that are free from access for the flies to have access to the feces that is being put into the latrine.
Otim Norman, an employee with Water Mission Uganda, says through the training their staff partners are getting, they will contribute directly to the access of safe water, sanitation and hygiene.
This contributes directly to the WASH indicators for the refugee context and also for the development context that we have in the West Nile region. We expect that our communities are going to experience more transformation because we are sending back to them empowered staffs of different organizations that are implementing WASH. And further, this will also contribute directly to the national development plan that the government of Uganda puts in place every 4 or 3 years.
Center for Water and Sanitation Technology works hand in hand with Uganda Water and Sanitation Network to ensure that the concept of water, sanitation and hygiene is well implemented in Uganda at large. Ora Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast.
The Bishop of Nebi Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Ponzozele Awinju, has strongly warned the Christians against imitating the worldly desires which degrades the Spirit of God. He made this revelation at St. Peter's Church of Uganda, Paida Town Parish, Goli Archdeaconry, during the confirmation of 150 youths into Christianity. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Bishop of Nebi Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Ponzozele Awinju, has strongly warned Christians against imitating worldly desire which degrades the Spirit of God in them. The bishop equally urged believers to honor God and other followers by dressing modestly and respectfully, as it is not about legalism but about love and consideration. This encourages sensitivity and respect in dressing for worship services, promoting focus on spirituality over self-expression. He made this revelation over the weekend at St. Peter's Church of Uganda, Paida Town Parish, Goli Central Archdeaconry, during the confirmation of 150 youths into Christianity. According to the bishop, many Christians still desire worldly styles of life like indecent dressings, dances, despite being a born again.
Were disgusted, but of course it was a church, that was their fashion. My dear friends, when you tell such people that do not dress like that, they will say you are chasing the young people from the church. The church has never been spared from this earthly imitation. You go to believers, even in the marketplace, they want to imitate the earthly people.
He noted that the church has not been spared from worldly imitation, and this calls for spiritual change among Christians.
You give yourself totally to God, and that is a must. The second, in verse 2 of Romans chapter 12 verse 2, so you walk according to God's will.
He further encouraged Christians to totally give their life and walk according to the will of God, so that Christ is manifested to the world through them.
In verse 3, it says you must be humble. That the gifts God has given you, you must use it for the glory of the Lord. You use it for the glory of the church and the fellow believers. You don't begin to use it for your own pride.
The bishop concluded this pastoral visit to Goli Central Archdeaconry with St. Peter's Church of Uganda, and he will embark on another visit after 1 week travel to Egypt with Archbishop Church of Uganda, His Grace Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalo. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Fresh week, fresh things in the world of sports. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television. We're already into that segment of what is happening in the world of sports called Nilecast Sports. So many things continues to transpire in the world of sports. Over the weekend, we had so many actions in the world of sports. I can confirm to you right now there is a very big encounter between Uganda Cranes and Algeria. Before I give you what is transpiring in that game, let's first take a look at what is happening in West Nile. And start with what is happening. competition in the city, commonly known as one school that's now in high gear at the moment is called Arua Public Senior Secondary School. They had their interclass competition today to select the best participants ahead of the tournament. They are the defending champions in boys athletics. Meanwhile, the trophy for ladies was won by Moon Girls Senior Secondary School. Let's briefly take a look at the story. Arua Public Senior Secondary School is right now for massive preparation as the days for Arua City in the athletic championship called Barfade nears. This has been witnessed in their interclass competition they had at Barfa, in which the whole population greatly turned up for. The school is the defending champions in boys category, defeating other schools last year, and are optimistic to defend the gong. Mariti Daniel, one of the participants at the school, says, as being the defending champions, they want to defend the trophy.
As we are the champions of last year, we are preparing ourselves to defend our champions this year also again. As you can see the crowd, we are for the interclasses. We are preparing ourselves ready for the Athletics 2024 in Arua City.
Alezio Ansi, participant and head girl of Arua Public Senior Secondary School, says they are confident of performing brilliant this time.
This time we are bringing home the two trophies. They are coming back there. You don't need to panic. We are here creating a team. I am doing 3,000, and then I'm doing 100, then 400 meters. There are those races I am in, but I'm now coming there for emergency because the class is not participating so much. But I can see the energy is high. I was able to get the second position, though my fellow colleague also from Senior 6 overtook me.
She also added that at first when she joined, she did hide her talent, thinking that it was wastage of time.
The challenge also here is when I joined secondary, though I was an athlete right from primary section, when I migrated and joined secondary school, I reserved the talent. So it became a challenge on me. I decided to keep the talent, thinking it is a wastage of time, only to realize it last year that the talent still remains there. And one thing with athletics is that it is inbuilt, it comes within you. You don't need to build a team. And it is the only sport activity that you can be as independent.
Abigail Frances, the UNSA speaker at Arua Public Senior Secondary School, says she's hopeful the school will perform very well and encourages all students to rally behind them on that day, and she also wishes the best for other schools.
We have hopes that we shall do something because if I can remember, last year we were also the champions in the boys' sides. Our boys did really good, and then this year we also seeing the same hopes because we have better athletes this time. The school have got also new students, more. For example, those ones who have joined Senior 5 and those ones who have joined Senior 1, we have very good athletes out of them. I've seen potential girls running around, and I am just so excited. I can't wait for that day for the inter-school competitions. And my message to all the OBs and OGs outside there, we really need your support. They always say home is the best place to be. This time I would just like to encourage or invite all the OBs and the OGs of Arua Public Secondary School to come and support us in this. To my OBs and OGs outside there, I really encourage you people to have very good influence on us. We need positive influence this time. We need really that good vibe, that good influence to come and encourage you new students who you have left behind here. We really need that support. And to other schools out there, I also wish you all the best on behalf of Arua Public Secondary School. But you all should know is that Arua Public is a winner and forever a winner. Thank you very much.
Amand Asa, the games teacher at Arua Public Senior Secondary School, similar, says the purpose of the interclass competition is to select participants for the real competition, and added that they will retain the trophy in boys category and expect the girls this time also to graduate from Moon Senior Secondary School.
Today is our day for selecting our school team for the city championship. We call it interclass, and the participation is from Senior 1 up to Senior 6. We do both track and field events. The boys and girls are doing so well, and my anticipation is we are going to retain the trophy, and we shall also grab that one of the girls from Moni Girls. The easiest sporting event is athletics because it needs just personal effort and personal interest. You don't need to form a team so that you do things together. You can train on your own. Though it is very, very difficult to get students for athletics, we have this. The last year and this year we have decided to give awards for those who are participating, and that has convinced very many to come in to participate.
Addressing the Athletic Championship is an annual event which takes place mostly at Barfa Playing Ground, and the Republic are the defending champions in the boys category. Meanwhile, girls' trophy is still overlapping in the hands of Muni Girls in a secondary school. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE Sports News. Away from that story, still continuing with the NILE Sports News. This time, let's get to Zombo District. It's all about by the Black Angels right now preparing ahead of the big league playoffs, where they will be facing a team called Northern Gateway that comes from Lira City. And they are doing preparation over the weekend. That was yesterday. They had a friendly with Young Elephant, a team that comes from Acholi sub-region. They managed to humble them by 3-0. Now they are waiting for the game up against Northern Gateway to see if they can be through to the second tier of Ugandan football. Let's first take a look at what transpired yesterday.
The Paida-based community club, Paida Black Angel Sports Club, with thousands of fans for the last season 2023-2024, emerged West Nile Regional League champion in the playoff with Araka Football Club at Greenlight Stadium. As the club waits for another playoff with the Northern Gate FC, Paida Black Angel Sports Club has embarked on friendly games with the prominent football clubs in preparation for the game. On Sunday, 9th June 2024, Paida Black Angel Sports Club welcomed Young Elephant FC from Acholi sub-region, where they defeated them 3-0 at Barokoro Stadium. Speaking to West Nile TV reporter at Barokoro, Robinson Ojok, the coach Young Elephant Football Club, conceded the defeat and said his boys were not physically fit, as many of his players were taken up by other assignment in Gulu. He notes that the results of the friendly game will give hope to Paida Black Angel Sports Club to win the coming playoff.
We played, though their home team, they were okay, and because for them they were planning to go for playoff, which they are going to play in Northern Gateway, and so far the game was okay, though their team was okay, and ours, this one, they were the academy for the senior team, and they were preparing to play Total, which is coming this month, and also they plan to play regional league. They're preparing to play regional league.
Meanwhile, Nasur Hassan, the head coach by the Black Angel Sports Club, revealed that his camp is boosted with the preparations for the playoff. He added that the result has proved that his players are committed for success.
And this is how the beautiful game is. You can see the opponent side, they were very good at off the ball. They really tried to manage the game in the first half, but nevertheless we contained them till we came back to the game. We scored the 3 goals, so it shows us how ready we are. We're just waiting for the days to be coming outside.
He hopes to have many friendly games to keep the players busy and fit.
The boys are really ready. We are just waiting for the day to be set for us to get bounced to the game, whether being away or home. We are just very ready. This is a type of the preparations we are trying to show that we are really ready by those friendlies producing the results.
Established in 1997 by the Black Angel Sports Club, situated in Paida Town Council, Zombo District, the club has more fan base as compared to other football clubs in the country. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Right now, let's get to Nambole, and I give you what is transpiring at the moment at Nambole National Stadium, or as Nambole, just general like that. I can confirm to you there is a game going on 2026 World Cup qualifiers Africa between the Uganda Cranes and Algeria. Uganda Cranes up against Desert Foxes. As it stands right now, we are almost coming to the climax of the first stanza of the game, and Uganda is already leading Desert Foxes by a 1-0. Goal scored by Travis Mutiaba in the 10th minute. That means if the game ends like this, Uganda will now go to 9 points. Before I give you the starting lineup for Uganda Cranes, I need to first highlight you with how the table is standing right now. Right now, as I talk, Uganda is leading the table in Group G with 9 points. In case the game ends like this, second is still Algeria with 6. Guinea comes to third position with 6 points. Mozambique is at number 4 with 6 points. And we have got Botswana, they have 3 points. And lastly, Somalia is yet to acquire a single point as far as Group G is concerned. Just flashback, recently Uganda played against Botswana. It was also at the Namboole Stadium on Friday. They managed to beat Botswana by a 1-0. It was Muhammad Saban's goal that created the difference in that particular encounter. Meanwhile, for the country of Algeria, on Thursday they had a game with Guinea. Unfortunately, they lost that game by 2-1. In case they get to be beaten by Uganda Cranes, it will be back-to-back defeats for Desert Foxes. Quickly, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the team of Uganda Cranes. Between the sticks, I mean the goalkeeper is called Ismail Watenga in 4-2-3-1 formation. Meanwhile, to the right-hand side of the defense, we have got Kenneth Semakula. To the left-hand side of the defense, we have got Isaac Muleme. Meanwhile, in central defense, there is that partnership between Khalid Lwalwa and a guy called Elio Caprodosi, Italian-born Ugandan, and the two quarterbacks as the two midfielders. We have got Bobosi Biaruhanga, who plays for Austin in America, being partnered alongside Ronald Sekigandi, and the three amigos. We have got Stephen Mukwala to the right-hand side of the flank. To the left is Rogers Mato, who is playing in Turkey, and the guy who is playing in field role is called Travis Mutiaba, the goal scorer right now, and the man who is behind the goal is actually called Fahad Bayo. As I had said earlier on, Uganda is leading Algeria by a 1-0. That one brings us to the end of the show. Let's link up again tomorrow. Still, I'll be in the studios of our almighty television to give you what continues to transpire in the world of sports.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. That view marks the end of the NILEcast, only on West Nile Television. Thank you always for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the NILEcast to the end of the NILEcast, only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name remains Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.